not exactly in your backyard this week, are you?
Definitely not. It's a very, very beautiful backyard,
Right.
but not mine.
How does it feel to be this far away from home? And is that something that you're comfortable with? And did you have to do a lot of sort of mental prep for that, knowing that you were going to have such a long journey just to get here for the fight?
Yeah, I mean, logistically, it's 10-hour time difference, but I've spent the last week and a bit in LA, so I've acclimatised to that, and it's not much different to here, so that was helpful. I've been working with a sports psychologist for this fight for maybe the last 3 years, so it's just been, obviously, it's been targeted at here and the magnitude of the build up to this one more than anything else, really.
When they called you and said this is the fight that you're going to have, obviously you're excited. I'm sure they then told you, and by the way, you're going to have to do it in Hawaii. Does that kind of elevate things for you? Does it give you any pressure? Does it put a chip on your shoulder? What does that do for you?
I kind of, obviously I knew that if I was offered that fight, it would be here because they were looking at a sort of a December Hawaii show. Actually, initially, I was more surprised than excited. I thought maybe I'd have one more fight before this one, but yeah, once it had sunk in, phoned my manager just after a training session, and he said, "Are you ready to do 5-minute rounds?" And I was like, "Wow!" So that means I've got the title shot then. And once it sunk in, I was definitely excited. My coach was over the moon instantly, but I need to let it sink in a bit.
In your mind, were you ready, or were you at a point where you're saying, well, I don't need to be ready right this second because I probably feel like I need one more?
It was more that I thought, obviously there was some talk of my last fight potentially being number one contender fight, but I knew there were a couple of others in the mix, so I thought maybe it would go to one of them first, and then I'd get the opportunity. So it wasn't necessary about whether I felt I was ready. I just wasn't sure if I was going to get it straight away. But yeah, as soon as I got my head around it, yes, it's the right time for me.
Kate, you're one of the more experienced fighters in the division, but 2018, one fight, 2019 so far, just one fight. Is that a good thing for you? Were you able to get a lot done, or would you have wanted more fights if you had your own choice?
I wasn't. I think there was a 13-month gap between fighting Yankova and then Lena on the last show. So I could have done with slightly shorter time periods, but last year it gave me the opportunity to compete an awful lot in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Won the IBJJF Europeans, gi and no gi. So that was really valuable experience. So it gave me a lot of confidence.
So you would say it's probably a positive overall your schedule as of late to kind of focus more on your skills?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it would have been nice to fight slightly earlier in this year, but I'm happy with how last year played out in the end.
On the mental side of things, of preparing for a night that you're the one coming in facing a champion on her home turf, but is there added mental preparation that you have to go through to kind of get yourself prepared for that?
A little bit, yeah. I don't expect it to be as hostile a crowd as you can get in some of the rougher areas of the UK where they throw beer and far worse over some fighters. So from that point of view, that's not terrible. And I don't think anything's ever going to be more daunting than fought Jana Jędrzejczyk on her home show. The home country was fine. The home show turned out to not be such a great experience. So, but that's probably as bad as it can get.
Kate, what does it mean to you to be the first British woman to fight in a world title?
Absolutely amazing. It's a massive opportunity. One I didn't even realise until you said that was the case. So yeah, the fact that I get to be out here, and I don't like to say leading the way because there are women that have come before me, but there are massive opportunities in the UK now, and just to show how far you can go is absolutely brilliant.
And obviously you went to university and then you took up fighting, and I think you've even said to me before as well that when you started doing it, you didn't even know that there was going to be opportunity to be a full-time professional fighter, and yet after 10 years, the timing was right. It must feel quite special to be involved at this stage of women's MMA being a really, really burgeoning force in the world in terms of sports.
Yeah, I mean, being 10 years younger would be amazing. I think everyone always thinks that, but it came in time for me, and that's something I'm massively grateful for.
What is it that you've seen from Alima that makes her so successful? Why has she been able to defeat everybody that she's faced?
She's obviously a really dominant fighter, undefeated. She's relentless. I really admire that in her. She's got solid wrestling game and good submission grappling, so she knows what she wants and she goes after it.
She said that your jiu-jitsu game is where she expects to present like some problems, where when you're successful in the fight, you'll be on the floor. Do you feel that as well, that that's the best chance for you?
Quite possibly. I'm really looking forward to seeing how our game matches up on the ground. I've put a lot of work into my striking this year as well, so guess I'll see how that plays out as well though.